In January 2025, Los Angeles faced an unimaginable tragedy. The serene hillsides of the city were suddenly overtaken by raging flames, turning the landscape into a blazing inferno. Fueled by strong, unforgiving winds, the fire spread faster than anyone could have prepared for. Entire neighborhoods were reduced to ashes within moments, leaving behind a trail of destruction that was both terrifying and heartbreaking. Families had mere minutes to flee, abandoning their homes and cherished belongings as the flames consumed everything in sight. Streets that were once bustling with life were transformed into desolate stretches of ash and debris. Businesses, homes, and entire communities were wiped out, leaving thousands with nothing but the clothes they wore. This wasn't just a fire, it was a disaster that tested the resilience and spirit of an entire city. Let's take a closer look at how this catastrophe unfolded and the toll it took on Los Angeles. On January 7, 2025, multiple wildfires ignited across Los Angeles, spreading chaos and destruction. By Tuesday evening, fires were blazing through northern Los Angeles, with new outbreaks reported on Wednesday. The most destructive fire, known as the Palisades Fire, erupted at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday. By the afternoon, it had quickly spread between Santa Monica and Malibu. By midnight, it had scorched 3,000 acres, leaving behind a trail of destroyed homes. By Wednesday night, the fire expanded to 16,000 acres, forcing 30,000 residents to evacuate. Meanwhile, the Eaton Fire started in Altadena on Tuesday evening, tearing through the hills near Pasadena. Within just 6 hours, it had consumed over 1,000 acres, and by Wednesday night, it had grown to over 10,000 acres, claiming 5 lives. Near San Fernando, the Hearst Fire erupted late Tuesday, burning through 850 acres in a matter of hours and prompting mass evacuations in Santa Clarita. Other fires, such as the Woodley Fire in Woodley Park and the Olivos Fire in Ventura County, were brought under control more quickly. However, the League of Fire in Mount Miss Acton grew to 350 acres before being partially contained. The Sunset Fire in the Hollywood Hills began Wednesday evening, spreading across 50 acres and leading to mandatory evacuations in the area. As the flames ravaged the city, Los Angeles found itself in a state of crisis. The devastation was unprecedented, at least 25 lives lost, over 12,000 structures destroyed, and nearly 88,000 people forced to flee their homes. Tens of thousands of others remain on high alert, prepared to evacuate at a moment's notice. Currently, more than 8,500 firefighters are battling the relentless flames, but their efforts are hindered by harsh winds and extreme conditions. The road to recovery is long, but the resilience of the people and the tireless work of first responders shine as a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. This disaster leaves us with pressing questions. What caused such widespread devastation? Was it just nature's wrath, or is there a deeper reason fueling these catastrophic wildfires? Let's uncover the truth. So, why was this disaster so unpredictable? Los Angeles is no stranger to wildfires. It's situated in a dry, Mediterranean climate where vegetation can easily catch fire. Long periods of drought frequently put the region at risk of wildfires. However, the fire that engulfed LA was in a league of its own. While the 2020 fires were intense and the 2018 Woolsey Fire ravaged Malibu, this blaze spread with an unprecedented speed and ferocity, completely outside the usual wildfire season. As the firestorm swept through the city, shocking images of entire neighborhoods reduced to ash dominated the headlines. This fire broke out when no one was expecting it, far from the typical wildfire months. Wildfires usually peak during late summer and fall when dry conditions, strong winds, and intense heat are at their worst. But this particular fire erupted at an unusual time, catching the region off guard and highlighting how unpredictable wildfire seasons have become in the wake of climate change. Now the big question: how did such a massive fire start? And why did it spread so rapidly? Scientists suggest that these Los Angeles fires could be strongly linked to climate change. One of the lesser-known triggers for wildfires is a phenomenon called friction ignition. This occurs when dry branches, twigs, or plant materials rub together with enough force to generate heat. In extremely dry conditions, that heat can spark a fire, especially when combined with strong winds and drought. While friction ignition might sound uncommon, it's actually more frequent than people realize, particularly during windy weather or extended periods of dryness. Los Angeles is especially vulnerable due to its dry Mediterranean climate. Long, hot summers and mild winters create an abundance of dry vegetation, essentially turning the area into a tinderbox. The hills, canyons, and forests surrounding the city are packed with dry brush and shrubs just waiting for a spark. This past summer, Southern California experienced record-breaking heat and almost no rainfall, making the situation even worse. Fire officials noted that a combination of low humidity, parched soil, and the infamous Santa Ana winds created the perfect conditions for one of the most dangerous fire seasons in recent memory. Once the fire ignited, the powerful Santa Ana winds from the northeast pushed the flames further and faster than anyone had anticipated, creating a blaze that seemed unstoppable. The Santa Ana winds are notorious for intensifying wildfires in Southern California. These winds dramatically reduce humidity, drying out vegetation and turning it into highly flammable material. With gusts reaching speeds of up to 60 miles per hour, their sheer force can even ground firefighting aircraft, leaving crews helpless against the raging flames. Beyond spreading fires, these winds create another hazard: friction ignition. As branches and plants are whipped around by the gusts, the friction can produce sparks that quickly escalate into uncontrollable infernos. During the devastating 2025 Los Angeles wildfires, friction ignition may have played a crucial role. The combination of parched conditions, low humidity, and relentless winds created a tinderbox where even the smallest spark could set off a chain reaction. This danger was amplified in urban areas where dense vegetation bordered residential neighborhoods, a common sight in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, this perfect storm of factors led to one of the most destructive fire seasons in recent memory. But what were the other factors behind these fires, and what has been the aftermath of such a catastrophic event? As with any major disaster, the 2025 wildfires sparked a wave of speculation and conspiracy theories about their true cause. While experts and authorities attributed the fires to natural factors worsened by climate change, alternative explanations began to circulate, adding layers of intrigue to an already tragic situation. One prominent theory suggested the fires were the result of a coordinated arson campaign. The Bunny Museum. Known as the world's only bunny museum, this quirky Altadena attraction boasted an astonishing 45,000 rabbit-themed items. Recognized by Guinness World Records multiple times, the Bunny Museum brought joy and smiles to countless visitors. Unfortunately, the fires ravaged this eccentric space, leaving behind memories of its whimsical legacy. Celebrity estates and Malibu's elite neighborhoods. The devastating wildfires of 2025 didn't discriminate, tearing through Malibu's exclusive neighborhoods and destroying properties owned by notable actors, musicians, and filmmakers. Even the most luxurious estates couldn't escape the inferno, highlighting the widespread impact of the tragedy. As the community begins the long road to recovery, the scars left behind by these wildfires remind us of the challenges ahead. Rebuilding lives, homes, and landmarks will take time, but together, we can rise stronger. Remember to stay connected for more updates and inspiring stories. Like, share, and subscribe to join us on this journey.